I kick off my school clothes and toss them into this corner. I'll wash and iron them later. I don the clothes I prepared yesterday. Black hoodie, jeans, shirt, shoes. Bandana too, but I shouldn't need that. Christ, I look like a home invader. Isn't that exactly what I'm doing? Shut up, brain. I take a deep breath. Here's hoping that this isn't a complete disaster. I've been messaging her since I got back home with no answer. A part of me thinks I should call it off, but I cannot let her stay there. All questions of doubt are pushed to the back of my mind. Her safety is my only concern right now. God knows I've not been very lucky lately, but I'll just have to make do with what I have and hope things go well. I take another breath. Here we go. I message Natsuki and off my departure and head off out the door. The bus is oddly silent this evening. Good enough for me, I suppose. Less people to see me. I feel like I'm committing a crime. I should focus on my breathing for now. I rest my face in my palms. With all that's happened in the past couple days, I've needed a moment like this. I guess this would be a calm before the storm, wouldn't it? Well, considering that my best friend almost killing herself is still before the storm. In hindsight, that train of thought doesn't exactly inspire confidence. That, plus the added worry of whether or not Natsuki's going to be alright after all this. I shouldn't worry about that right now. I have to focus on how to get her out of that place. As if on cue, the bus arrives where I need to get off. Just at the bottom of the street Natsuki lives in. I sigh. I press the stop button and wait until the door opens. A sense of dread washes over me as the doors creak open. Well, it's now or never. The cold breeze grazes me as I step off the bus. I look around at my surroundings. The street is dimly lit and there is no one in sight. These are the perfect conditions to remain unseen. Maybe luck really is on my side after all. This is the place. I shiver. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. It must be crazy. I sigh. I get closer to the house and look at the windows to see if anyone is inside. Nothing. I take a look at the front door, and then my eyes are drawn towards a car parked out front. It must be his. It's old, but the design hints that it's worth a substantial amount. At least as far as I can tell. I've never been really interested in cars. But that doesn't matter. All I know is that I have another thing to worry about. I quickly pull out my phone and give her a call. Just as I dial out, I feel something pulse by my foot. I peer down to take a look and see what is undoubtedly her phone. Or was. I flip the phone over. A web of cracks span across the screen. Judging by the height of the window above, I have a strong hunch of where it came from. Shoot. But why? This must be some twisted penance for her attendance at the club today, most likely. And the broken phone raises yet another issue. How am I supposed to get Natsuki's attention without also alerting her father? It seems impossible, but my mind persists to try and think of a solution. I look down to see several pebbles scattered over the concrete pavement. I could always just throw one of these at the window to try to get her attention. I pick up the pebble, but hesitate when going for a throw. I should really be having second thoughts about this. I mean, her dad may as well end up hearing the pebble hit the window. What's even worse is that this could hit his room, and it could be the room that I'm about to chuck the pebble at. But I don't exactly have many options here. The hell with it. I have to try. I take a deep breath. I just have to be careful. I throw it with enough force to make a loud bang. Too loud! Nothing. Crap, I thought that was going to do at least something. As soon as I begin to doubt this is going to work, I see some movement from behind the curtains. Before I even have the chance to think about it, the window swings open. And all my tension melts away. It's Natsuki. I can just barely see her, but I know that short stature from anywhere. She speaks in a whisper that's still loud enough for me to barely hear her. Psst! What the hell do you think you're doing? I'm doing what we planned. Oh, really? Because I don't remember planning for you to chuck stuff at my window. She looks away for a moment. You could have woken my dad up. I didn't really have another way. Sorry. Whatever, you're here now. We just need to be really careful about this. Let's get you up here. For your stuff, right? Yeah. I can't lift it by myself. I need your help. What? Shh! I had to pack a lot of stuff in here, so just get up here and help me! How? Give me a second. Natsuki disappears out of view for 2, maybe 3 agonizing minutes. When she returns, she's carrying 2 large lengths of cloth bound together at the middle. She launches out one end out the window and starts tying the other end to the railing. Natsuki, we can't use the stairs. They'll creak a ton. And I haven't gotten any better ideas. I nod. Okay. Just give me a second. Here we go. I grab hold of the green bed sheets with both hands before stopping and preparing myself. I look left and right, scan the street for any car lights. None that I see coming. Now's my chance. I lift my right leg to prop it against the wall, and I adjust my grip, pulling myself up a little. My hands are starting to ache already. I pull again, this time stepping with my left. I quickly get to the pattern. Right, up, left, up. Right, up, left, up. Looking down, I realize I'm already most of the way there. I clench my eyes shut, trying not to focus on the pain in my hands. After a couple more tugs, I reach the top. I take it over the railing. I haul my left leg over the railing, managing to get inside. I'm now most of my way through. Straining myself out now, so I'm sitting upright in the middle of the window. I pull my right leg over too. And like that, I'm inside Natsuki's room. My arms and shoulders ache like hell, but I did it. I got a good look at Natsuki. Oh my god. Shh! It's not as bad as it looks. Let's just focus on getting out of here, okay? Okay. She looks like she's been kicked in the face. The blood from her nose looks dry. She hasn't been able to clean herself up. Jeez. A seething anger boils up within me, but I choke it down. I just want to hold her and tell her everything's going to be okay. I try to focus, pushing aside my mental unease and physical pain. Natsuki looks at me with pleading eyes. Getting out of here, right. I motion towards Natsuki's bed where her suitcase lays open. It's mostly packed, but there's more clothes on the bed. She nods and starts throwing more in. As I join Natsuki to pack her clothes with her, something catches my attention. Her school blazer, ripped at the sleeve. Just like everything else, broken and tossed aside. I throw it in regardless and start zipping up the suitcase, being as quiet as I can. Natsuki glances across her room and sighs. She gives me a thumbs up. I nod and peer out the window. Her bag isn't light. That's a long way down. My shoulders hurt just thinking about it. I look at Nat, then down to the ground. She frowns for a moment, then quickly picks up a bed pillow, tossing it out the window. It's a sizable one, too. Oh, Nat, you genius. I put the bag on the sill, looking for the pillow. Not too far from the sidewalk. If it lands on the concrete, I don't think about it. I take a second to aim and drop it. It seems to fall in slow motion, or at least that's how it feels. But it lands on the pillow. I breathe a sigh of relief. I motion Natsuki to go. She looks worried, but walks over and grips the makeshift bedsheet rope. She takes a last look at her room, and her eyes water out. I feel terrible. She has to leave everything in here, but it's for the best. She nods and descends. I keep a hand on the bedsheet for safety. A minute goes by before I feel a tug. She's made it. I peer out the window. Car! I duck back into the window, seeing Natsuki take cover behind the wall. It comes closer. And passes by without incident. Jeez. I take a deep breath. Back to amateur rappelling. I slowly inch my way down as I did before. My arms are begging for mercy. I'm so close, but I land on the concrete. Pain is shooting up my side. The green bedsheet robe pile on top of me seems like it came loose. Natsuki gasps. Alec, are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. Natsuki helps me up, grabbing the bedsheet and the pillow. No sense in leaving many more traces, I suppose. Come on, we need to go. I pick up her bag and sprint towards the bus stop. As I move further down the street, I can help but notice a loud heaving behind me. I look back, and sure enough, Natsuki's struggling to keep up with my pace. We're both in pretty rough shape. I make sure she's with me, though. We make it out of sight of the house before I stop and catch my breath. We can walk the rest of the way. I think we'll be alright. Natsuki takes a couple of deep breaths and sighs before speaking. Okay. Her words wheeze out as her breathing settles. She's been through so much today. I feel awful about having to leave her things behind, but she didn't have much of a choice. At least, the hard part's over with. She's safe. Come on, I think I know the way back to my place from here. Will it take long? About half an hour. Alright.